Hello everyone, I hope you're doing absolutely amazing. So today for you I have a unranked Sigma player. They've been playing a couple of other tanks and they've been around gold in support, but they wanted to kind of know what they were going to be placed once they actually place themselves in competitive on Sigma. And they have pretty much the correct idea. They have good aim, they have reasonable ult usage, and they're playing Sigma like he's meant to be, just backing off, taking space, slowly plinking away and doing some work from different angles. So it's quite an interesting one. I hope you enjoy. See you around. The person I'm voting could be in chat, but they haven't shown themselves. So essentially, whenever I do these VOD reviews from Overwatch University, what I do is I send out a message to say I'm going to be doing it like 4 hours before, and if people turn up, they turn up. I've had 2 of these people who say they're definitely going to turn up. But regardless, I can't wait for them. I'm going to have to just do the review. I also do obviously all the Discord VODs get done at some point. If anyone wants a VOD done, ever, I will always complete it, and it will be linked to you with a timestamp. But yeah, this is purely an Overwatch University episode of the Ralph channel. But hi, Cocaine. You have a great name, Cocaine Koala. Shall I just call you Koala, or should I call you Cocaine? Right, so let me just quickly update this. So, Silver maybe, Sigma? Why is it Silver maybe? So, I'm relatively new at tank. Mainly picked it up since support times were getting so long. I mostly play Sigma and Zarya, sometimes D.Va and Brian if they're taken. I want to know if I'm ready for comp. I did my support placement when I hit 25 and screwed myself over, getting put in bronze. I've climbed to silver, which I think is fair. I don't play comp much, just do it for comp points and play with friends. I actually want to climb with tank though, so I wanted to make sure I get good placements to set myself up. I think I do well on first point, but second is a struggle. I don't know if I got tunnel visioned or distracted or something. I should have moved away from Ryan when he charged. Yeah, well that's a reasonable piece of advice to give yourself. I'm not sure I should have dropped a card when I got to third. So this is purely Sigma. So let's go with unranked. Unranked Sigma. Let's let's do a poll over the next like 10 minutes and just see what people actually think he's going to be. One second. Let's do 10-minute poll. So let's just start looking at him. So I'm guessing this is Evian. Yeah, blue team Sigma Evian. Coolio. I'll let him. Yeah, he said maybe silver in the top of the Overwatch University post. So don't know. Who knows? Thanks for thinking my name was great. It's okay. It is objectively great. So you're playing tank now. You've played support and you've played DPS, but now you're playing tank, which means you need to know what your tank does. So Sigma is not a close range hero. He's a hero that plays at 23 meters range and gets slow value over a long period of time. He doesn't like being up close. He likes being far away, and he likes just plinking at people. He's mainly played on a poke comp, which is a comp that gets people on multiple angles and just pokes at them until somebody dies. And that's the best thing. That's the best thing for Sigma to do. So he likes being here. This is fine. But when they come to here, what he really wants to do is get up here and just start spamming out people. He loves spamming people out. Yeah, you made a meta comp and then put Torp in it. It's great. 17 viewers. Learned a lot from the review. I'll use the advice to improve. Brilliant. Didn't even know you were here, but thank you for turning up. It's nice to see you. Thank you for following Cocaine Koala. Nice to see new faces. Always nice to see new faces. So I like this. When they came around the corner, what we've done is we drop and we've made space. Orisa and Sigma, I'd say, are mostly played in the same places. Sigma wants to be a little bit closer. Orisa wants to be as far away as possible for the most part. This is generally good. So while we're doing this, let's quickly do the poll. So what rank will this Sigma place? I have no idea. Obviously they got placed bronze on their support account, but they've climbed to silver. So cross our fingers, at least silver. They can't be placed higher than diamond. Physically impossible. So I haven't included masters. Okay, so what we do, we're applying pressure over a long period of time onto the Reinhardt and making it so that he can't take space. This is brilliant. This is exactly what Sigma likes doing. This is what Sigma enjoys. Just make sure you don't feed supports as you poke. Watch this video about good and bad poke. You're welcome to go into it. It'll be in chat regardless of whether you're watching this as a VOD or in like active time. My little Goblin boy's meta in every comp. Yeah. Goblin's just a good DPS. He's just solid. He's a little bit more straight up than most people like, but his ultimate's good enough to make up with that. He's reasonable as a poke hero as well. Like, he's not amazing. He's not the best. Ooh, yeah, get a left click into the poll. Action esports always have great videos. Oh, it's an action esports call. Yeah. Then always pretty good. So, ideally we get to high ground. You can actually jump off the middle of point here and get to high ground from there. So you could just pop yourself up to high ground. That is exactly the same as being on low, except when they push in, you can't be killed instantly. Let me just speed it up a little bit. Obviously, this is a unranked game, and their enemy team lost one. So just looking at the Sigma's play in general, bit weird that you're ulting an Echo on their own. I mean, hopefully you kill the Echo. People in bronze don't know how to deal with a turret, so it's great in metal rank, but later is bad. I don't know. Turret's used differently in higher ranks because obviously people know how to deal with it. It's used more as a backline defense than it is anything else. Like if I was going on to put a turret down here, it wouldn't be here because they walk around the corner and they're like, oh, we'll shoot the turret. What you do is you put the turret like back here. Anyone that dives the high ground, anyone that wants you to move off the high ground, like a Genji, a Bull, anything like that, is going to have to deal with this, and it's going to be plinking them down continuously. Like you just put it a little bit further back, you put it on an angle they can't already see, and it's really good there. 18 viewers. Thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate it. Everyone that's new, I do VOD reviews between 4 and 7 every single day. It's a little bit different time today because it's my birthday tomorrow. 1 hour earlier today than it normally is. But 4 and 7 I will be on every single day for at least the next month. So ideally, the way we get most value when we're on this kind of like hero where we can just poke continuously isn't by just continually poking Ryan. We don't really like just shooting Ryan continuously, do we? Ryan's just going to get healed. All we do is feed the healer's ult charge. What we like is we like taking an off angle away from our main tank. So let's say our Orisa sets up here. What we do is we go through here and enable a DPS to come with us in order to poke onto their backline. And we just stay safe at a pincer, at an off angle to our main tank, and just slowly get value through there. And we just try and get our damage onto squishies, onto the supports, so those kind of targets. And we just slowly whittle them down. And eventually we get a kill because we're just at a better position than them. That's why we love being on high when our Orisa's on low. We just take a different angle, basically. Early stream, late night. Yeah, I also do early streams pretty much every day. Sometime in the morning. It's meant to be between 8 and 11 GMT, but it never is because I don't wake up in the morning. I'm very lazy. So you're playing Sigma, we need to talk about your aim. You need to be able to aim really well as Sigma. If you can't aim really, really well, you're going to struggle because his little Orbeez, how much damage they do when they don't direct hit? Well, they do 55 each per direct hit, and they do 30 maximum as splash. They do so much less splash damage than direct hit. So you're literally cutting your damage in half at the best. At the best. And that's like the orb exploding right next to the target for 30 damage. And I think it's between like 30 and 6 or something stupid like that, the splash. So you need to be able to hit these directs. What do you think about bouncing the Sigma children off the ground so it's easier to hit? As in using his left click onto the ground? I mean, against things like Lucio, I'd always do it. It depends on the hero, really. Also, you've got to think about square root 2 kind of things, where if you instead of shooting it straight, and if you shoot it at an angle, say here and here, you actually shorten the path of it by a little bit. So if you're spamming at someone that's a little bit closer, you actually have, like, I don't know, it's about 2 meters range. It's about this far, where you can choose where it hits in here. So you can kind of like make it a little bit closer if somebody's getting a little bit closer to your range. Aim tip for newer Sigma players is to aim at the ground so it bounces up into their face. Yeah, that's cool. Absolutely fine as an aiming tip. I mean, it is also equivalent to aiming at their face, kind of. But yeah. Obviously, you get scuppered by people jumping and that kind of stuff that goes under them. But yeah, that's fine. It's an aiming tip. Oh, it's juicy. It's juicy. Cool. So when do you use your ultimate as Sigma? Whenever the hell it's going to win you a team fight. It doesn't really matter. You don't really combo with that much stuff as Sigma. You can combo, but nah. Like things like Minefield, things like Molten Core are going to combo with you. Anything that really does damage is obviously good into a position lock. I'd say combo when people don't have a full Rhine shield with like damage ultimates though. You aim at the toes, it will either hit the toes directly, or it's short, it will bounce onto the shins and still be direct. Well, it's still going to travel in like the straight path in front of you, so if they're in front of you, it's still going to hit them. But I do get what you mean. Okay, so we've talked about the general ideas of this kit. Now let's talk about each of his actual abilities. So his shield now has 2.5 seconds before you can replace it. It's a massive difference, which has basically meant he's a little bit more stationary. Sigma no longer can just go into any position he wants and just like be there for as long as he wants. He has to be there and lock himself there. And then when he recalls his shield, he can't move to a new place for 2.5 seconds. That means you can't really use your shield to retreat as well, which means you need to be a little bit more conservative on your shift in order to get out. A little bit more conservative with your shift. In terms of Rock, what is Rock used for? Well, it's sure as hell not a DPS cooldown. Don't use it against shields. It auto-cancels, well, it cancels from your left click, so after you fire the second orb, you can instantly press E and murder someone with that. It's a stun, and stuns are used for 2 reasons in Overwatch. They're used to either stop someone doing something, like a channeled ult, or it's used to murder someone. So unless you're going to kill the target, or you're stopping someone doing something, I don't want you using Rock on them. Cool, mines. Happens. Rock is exclusively for Fares because it's so much cooler when it hits. Yeah, Rock is exclusively for Lijiang Bridge, when you can just shoot it straight up in the air and it comes down 15 seconds later and murders someone. Why are you looking at my toes, Backer? I'm a DPS main, I aim at the head, I just see it done to me by Sigmas. That's why then there's a Sig counter. Well, I'd say with Sigma, just aim at the biggest body mass on the character, because you don't care about the head box, you just care about hitting them. Oh, we just got murdered. Cool. How's the what rank is a Sigma doing? So we've got 1 vote for silver, 2 votes for gold, 2 votes for plat. It's almost finished. We'll see if anyone else wants to pitch in. But yeah. This Sigma play seems fine. as long as you don't end up with your mismatched tanks, and your mismatched tanks are dive tanks and brawl tanks. So like Zarya doesn't really like being with Sigma, and the reason why Zarya doesn't like being with Sigma is the way Zarya gets extra value is by using her personal, pushing forward and murdering someone. And if you're playing at 23 meters range for your orbs, you're not able to do that. In terms of Orisa, he's absolutely fine with Orisa. It's the old double shield meta, but worse. In terms of Reinhardt, Sigma doesn't really like playing with Reinhardt for the most part. Sigma can, but Rein really can't brawl as much as he'd want to. Rein wants to get really close and just like left click on people. Do you have a VOD program? Like, do you know who your next hero VOD you're going to do is? I have a tab open of Overwatch University posts. I'll show you. That is the tab of Overwatch University posts. And that's what I'm doing tonight. Alternatively, I'll literally just take VODs from whoever's here. Sorry, no, water. Alternatively, I'll just take VODs from whoever's here in the Discord that's uploaded a VOD. I've got 3 pending. I have no idea who this nut guy is, and he's never showed up in chat. So I've just been kind of saving it to see if he'll turn up. Jarenix has turned up a couple of times, but I haven't seen him recently. So, and I refuse to do blood because I've already got 6 VODs for tonight. So I normally just do 6 per night, basically. Cool. Are we allowed to submit meme games / fun games to watch? Of course you are. Of course you are. Just put it in the description there. It's just fun. If you don't want a serious VOD review done, yeah, go do it. I might make a separate channel for it, but it's TBC, to be confirmed. I don't know. They've already capped. Doesn't matter. I'm not sure if this is quick play or one of the placements. I was going through the tanks, sorry. Bull, Sigma really likes pairing with. The reason why Sigma likes pairing with Bull is because Bull works really well as a really non-committal dive/poke hybrid kind of comp. Sigma can kind of like hold the main team and take whatever the hell angle he wants, while Bull can kind of like knock the team into you and knock them out of position. It works really well against Brawl, and Brawl is Ryan's area, and it works pretty damn well against Dive because you've got the rock and that kind of thing. In terms of other tanks, Roadhog works at the same range as Sigma, so he's fine. And Zarya, nope, we went for Zarya. Anything missing? D.Va. D.Va's the one that's missing. D.Va doesn't really like Sigma because D.Va has fall off between 10 and 20 meters. And that's really close, and she doesn't like playing as far away as Sigma does. But sometimes D.Va can go off and do high ground while you're on main. Sigma really likes people that allow him to be the off tank. If Sigma's forced into main tanking, it's kind of like forcing Mercy into main healing. She doesn't like it. Winston doesn't exist. Bad character. Do you think anyone's playing Winston in comp at the moment? Cringe. But same thing with Winston. He's a dive character who wants to be in. You don't really want to ever be in, and you want to get value over a very long period of time, compared to Winston who wants to get value over a very short period of time. You just want to exist in the fight for a very long time on Sigma. Have chance of killing people multiple times in the fight. That kind of stuff. This is why you're moving back. You just want the fight to last longer. Cool. I like that you held that, actually. You got the Zen in it, and you did half damage to Zen. What I would have liked if you just kind of like pushed forward and lifted the Zen and got close enough to him to shoot him. Don't worry. When we do the scrims with custom hero changes, Winston will be much better. Excellent. I can't wait. Yeah, we're going to do scrims as well. I announced it today as a kind of like theory thing. But everyone's interested. I have about 11 people that already want to do it. And that 12 is what you need for scrims. So it's going to be fun. I can't wait to do scrims. Scrims are going to be so fun. Literally nothing has been decided. We're gonna do kind of polls for that kind of thing. I think they're just going to be casual scrims at the moment because I don't have enough people in the Discord to organize really like GM versus GM games, Diamond versus Diamond. But it's just going to be like casual scrims for now. When? Didn't understand it? We haven't decided yet. It will all be in the Discord regardless when it actually does happen. Just read whatever vodca's put in. I'm making a survey that will send out in an hour or two that will give a map pool of what people like. Cool. So I think we'll set it up weekly for one particular day. And I could just watch your scrims instead of doing VODs. It'll be fun. I'll enjoy it. Rock. Cool. So you rock the ball to stop him getting in. It's not really that much value. You could have just saved it. I don't really want you thinking about ultimates. I don't really want you thinking about combos at the moment. What I want is you just thinking about the general compositions that you like and the compositions that you don't like on Sigma. As far as I'm concerned, your play's been absolutely fine. This must be a quick play game, by the way, because I don't think there's a second round. There's no Horizon. It's going to be exclusively Horizon, and I'm going to hop into Discord with the defending team and force them to play Bastion Baptiste every time. We should play 3CP map together, way better than 2CP. I think 3CP is a really good idea for Overwatch. I think people struggle with 2CP for the most part because it's really boring doing the same point 6 times in a map. Like, people are just exhausted by the end of it. Whereas if it's 3CP and you go through it twice, it's not so bad. And you can make the points less defense favored, so they are kind of like more even. I think the trouble is 2CP has to be so defense favored because there's only 2 points. The attacking team just get really frustrated quite a lot of the time. I think that's the main problem with it. It doesn't mean it's necessarily broken from a design standpoint, but it just means that it's more frustrating than other forms. I actually really enjoy 2CP because the attacking team has to do something very specific in order, like, they actually have to set up angles properly, push in correctly and that kind of thing in order to take it. The rotations, that kind of thing, in high level play are much more interesting. Whereas in kind of like, people are just kind of like barreling down the main, even in high level play on this map. Ding dong, your opinion is wrong. 2CP bad. Yep, okay. It's okay to have a wrong opinion, Tornado. Yeah, it's okay to be incorrect. You don't have to be so defensive. It's okay to be wrong. 3CP is not like 2CP. You try and get more kills, and the more points you own, the higher the kill multiplier. Not for competitive, great arcade mode. Alright. I'm only memeing. I was only memeing too. Were you being serious? Do you think I was being serious? Cool. Yeah, I think this guy can easily place into Plout on Sigma as long as he does things that are generally good. Yeah, I don't see any particular problems. He generally knows his range. He generally knows what his character is, what his character does. I haven't seen anything like him blocking shields and not really knowing what kind of like his character is used for. I think it depends on the map. I can't stand Oasis, but Hanamura, Volskaya, and another one I can't remember at the moment are good. I actually really like Lunar Colony. I genuinely really like that map. I never had a problem with it in any of its forms. I think First Point is reasonably easy to break and reasonably interesting. I've always liked Lunar Colony. Cool. Okay. Thank you very much for sending it in, Sigma Doodle. Really appreciate it. Hopefully you got something good out of this. Thank you very much. Next we are... Oh, we're going up to Masters. We don't care about low Masters. Zero Gravity blanks. Oh my god, I haven't played in Zero Gravity for like a year at this point. I miss Zero G. I miss Zero G.